today. From First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Cleveland Browns taking on the Arizona Cardinals.
First opened in 1999, there's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their third-year quarterback, former 6th overall selection from Duke. It's Daniel Jones.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Throwing Jones. And his first pass is incomplete. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible.
And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line. So here are the Browns now with great starting field position. They're led onto the field by their big mobile quarterback. He can throw it, he can run it, Colin Kaepernick.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. Second and goal from inside the 5. Henry again. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Henry. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Derrick Henry. His 6th touchdown of the season, and the Browns have taken the early lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be fourth down. Here's Aaron Sipas now. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Flushed out right. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side with Henry. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On play action, it's Kaepernick. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So, Charles, you look at this offense. What a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Browns are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Now Jones. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
The rushing numbers last week for Cohen. 16 carries, 59 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
Jones throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Toss play, Cohen, right side. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Dante Hightower breaking through to take him down behind the line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Brandon Graham applying the heat off the edge. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
Being chased out left. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey.
Normally, you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Kaepernick now to throw. Room to run past midfield. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 37.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Kaepernick. Dancing to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Kaepernick going to throw. Forced out to his left. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Kaepernick was looking to throw, but then it became decision time. And when he saw they had room to run, he made the right decision to pull it down there, and he winds up picking up the first down.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan, touchdown! Travis Kelce with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. They're going option play on third down. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Returnable for Lockett. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands. First and 10. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now Colin Kaepernick and the offense heading back out onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Cards will take over, first and 10. But the focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Play action. Now Kaepernick. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Come on, time to play.
Boy, you sure don't see that too often.
I guess you can't really call anything a gimme, but you figure with his track record, that's a sure thing. But it turns out, it's not the case.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Swings this out here for Cohen. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. To throw again on second down. Jones. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. A final shot before break. Jones. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, where it was the Lions who were able to come away with the home victory. Josh Jacobs, over 100 yards on the afternoon thus far with a touchdown run as well. From there, let's get over to the Rockies to check out the Broncos at home in Denver. And they trail in that one to the visiting Las Vegas Raiders. Tom Brady, sharp as ever. He's got 2 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting LA Chargers. Jonathan Taylor, over 100 yards in the victory with 2 touchdown runs as well. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race, very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So here are the Browns to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Second half begins with a run by Henry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And he's going to have a Browns first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
And Derrick Henry with the ball in his hands, what a sight to behold, because power and speed involved in every touch for him. Coming off another spectacular season with the Titans, he became the first since LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006 and 2007 to win 2 straight rushing titles, and he did it with style too. Just the 8th man to top 2,000 yards and the first since Adrian Peterson in 2012. He has his sights set on another 2,000-yard season.
Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one. That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones, and he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty, and the Browns are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On the move to his left. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. play action. It's Kaepernick. This is caught. It's Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And he'll go back to Kelsey. This time it's caught. Touchdown, Browns! Travis Kelsey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns open the lead up to 34-0. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And now the Browns get ready as they head back out there. And they have forced now 4 turnovers, Mr. Davis. How have they been so effective?
It's hard to get a read on them if you're on offense because they're coming from different angles, different formations, different looks. The bottom line is, if I'm the defensive coordinator, anything on my play sheet appears to be working right now. You point it out all the time when we call games. Once they get that first one, it becomes a frenzy, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's snowballed here in this one. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game? And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Aaron Donald racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. Jones. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, Kaepernick. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. He'll buy some time right. This is caught. Touchdown! Derrick Henry. A 9-yard touchdown Brown. And the Browns add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Tucker with the extra point, and it is 42-0. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Aaron Donald, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now a throw here to his running back.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Jones. And my goodness, another interception. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. To throw, Kaepernick. And quickly to Kelsey. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Tucker's kick is good. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Jones, throwing on 3rd and long. That's caught by Marquez Callaway. And it's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And now here is another interception. Picked on by Casey Hayward. And the Browns will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Oh, Kaepernick's going to throw it. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Man open left side is Brown, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones, that's taken in by Callaway. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Browns come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Cleveland, they remain as hot as anyone at 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Denver Broncos next week. Meanwhile, for Arizona, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans.